Hello, Judith here, Therapies for the Mind. Now, if you're watching this video, there's a strong possibility that you may be suffering from anxiety. And I don't know where in your illness you are, because of course it is an illness. You may be at the point where you've been trying hard to ignore how you're feeling, trying to avoid thinking about it. But you're beginning to think that actually there is something going on. There's something not right. And as I said, my news to you is that if you're more anxious than not for most of the time, and this has been going on for some time, then you're suffering with clinical anxiety, which is an illness. It's not your fault. It's not that everybody else is able to cope, but you're not. It is an illness. You may, of course, be much nearer to the other extreme, which is you've accepted that something's wrong and your anxiety is now at the level where you're beginning to believe you'll never be any better. And even if you had some hope that you might get better, you have no idea how to achieve that. So you're feeling pretty desperate. And wherever you are on that spectrum, your anxiety is having an effect on your life and the life of those around you. So I'm going to ask you some questions, 2 questions, and I'm going to give you my answers. But please think about them yourself and see what the answers are for you. And the first question is, what will happen if you do nothing about your anxiety? Now, my answers, I'm going to give you 3 answers, are, firstly, it is very, very unlikely that it will get better on its own. And in fact, my second answer is, it is very, very likely that it will get worse. The more anxious we are, the more anxious we become about being anxious apart from anything else. So it gets deeper, your anxiety gets deeper, stronger. And it takes up more and more of your life until you're anxious 24/7, if you're not at that point already. And the third thing that will happen if you take no action is that your anxiety will have a bigger and bigger effect upon your family or those close to you. They are impacted by your anxiety in many, many ways, and it will just get worse and worse. So, second question is, what will happen if you do take some action about your anxiety? If you do take the decision to seek help? Well, firstly, in my experience, you will start feeling better from your very first session with me. One of the things that happens when we're anxious is that we are less and less able to relax, more and more tense and fidgety, both in our bodies and in our minds. And the one thing that hypnotherapy will give you is a chance to relax. The official definition is it's a state of focused relaxation. So typically after their first experience with me, people will say, oh, it was just so lovely I haven't relaxed like that for ages. So you will immediately get some benefit. The second thing that will happen if you take some action is that you will begin to realise how important it is to take action for you. You will begin to realise that actually you deserve to feel better, that you're worth it. Because one of the horrible things that anxiety does to us is take away our confidence and our self-esteem until we can begin to believe that we're just not worth it, that somehow we deserve to be feeling like this, and we don't. You deserve to feel better, to be able to start getting some enjoyment out of your life, to be able to start looking forward to things. And the third thing that will happen if you take some action is that your family will benefit. It will make a huge difference to your family, and you owe them that. You owe it to yourself to get better, and you owe it to your family and those people you care about to get better. And my final message to you is it is possible to get better. I know. I've done it with people. The best example I can give you is of somebody who was too scared and shy to talk to me on the phone before coming to see me. So I spoke to her husband. And I usually don't see people who can't talk to me themselves. But in this case, I decided that absolutely I needed to see this person because her husband was desperate. And after a few sessions with me, she was able to go out again. She was able to drive again, meet up with friends, talk to people on the phone, and get her life back. And that's exactly what she said to me. And not only had she got her life back, but she'd got herself back, her old self, who was able to get pleasure out of simple everyday things and to enjoy her life. So that's what's there for you if you're ready to take some action. And I've already said my view about what will happen, almost certainly what will happen if you don't. So, your choice. And there is no need to be scared. If you are interested in getting some help, just talk to me. Just get in touch with me. All the contact details will be at the end. Message me, email me, do whatever it feels right for you. And if you can, we'll have a chat on the phone so that I can learn a bit more about what's going on with you and tell you how I can help. And that's all I'll do. And then it's your choice what happens next. So think very carefully about where you're going from here, wherever you are with your anxiety. And as always, until I see you again, please take care of yourself. Stay safe and stay well. Bye.